Mumbles, it's finally Animal Crossing time!
Woo! Animal Crossing time!
It's so exciting. I didn't expect that we were gonna get so much fashion out of the gate that we didn't even need to let this simmer. Like, people were ready. I think they had ideas about what they wanted to create in this game, like, decades ago, you know?
Well, this is pretty special because now it's not just like creating a design and slapping it on a tee and it's super boring and like just on there. Now you can actually make like sweatshirts and hats and all these different things to put your designs on. So there's a lot of room for creativity.
I thought the coolest thing we could do is we spend some time online looking at community creations of what people have been making in terms of Animal Crossing fashion. And then we both kind of picked a bunch of things that we liked. And we're going to talk about why we like them. And we'll provide a link down below so that you can check them out, give the designers a follow. In some cases, they have provided the code to be able to, I guess, you can just directly download them for your own game, which is really cool.
Right. I love that.
So I really think that there's a few really cute jumpers and rompers that have been created. And I'm just amazed at how well people have been able to recreate different textures and different fabrics. So I have a jean jumper, but then there's also like the little frog jumper or strawberry one. And it all has that kind of similar pattern.
Yeah, I love that too. And that's one of the perks of the new Animal Crossing game is that you can add textures to the different kind of fabrics that you want to put your designs on. So like I said, it doesn't feel like you're just running around wearing just like a graphic tee that you bought at Hot Topic.
Because from what I understand, like the old Animal Crossing fashion was basically just like a t-shirt and pants, and you were just kind of like this, more of like a blob. Like this is much more of a detailed kind of character.
Yes, exactly. There's way much more room for you to design clothing and kind of figure out the different. I mean, you know, if you want to have different seasons of the clothing that you want to create, of course you're going to want different textures. Like denim is great for summer, but a soft kind of sweater is really good for, you know, winter and even like fall and early spring. So you're going to want to have stuff that feels like their actual clothing. And it's actually going to bring more people into creating stuff. Whereas before it was really just very skilled graphic designers and artists making these like amazing patterns because they were the only thing that looked good. But now I feel like more people can jump in there.
The frog jumper is one that we both really liked. And I think it's just, it's really one of the most adorable things I've ever seen in my entire life. To be honest.
I think it has so much like detail. I think that's what makes it so good.
Yeah, because you can really, it's kind of hard to tell maybe if you're looking at the image, but when you look at the actual pixel art, you can see how like the shirt underneath has these vertical stripes on them, the yellow and white. It's got all the little different patches where you can clearly see that it's been stitched. Like there's little pixels representing that.
Yes. Yeah, I love that. I love that. That's so cool. I just think that it could have just been a frog on a jumper, but there's so many small stitching details in it that makes it feel like it's something you could wear in real life, or at least someone much cuter than me could wear in real life. I don't think I could get away with this being 6 foot. But I feel like someone shorter and cuter than me probably could get away with it.
Well, I think that's an important thing to talk about, too, is like, this is a very specific kind of designing. Like, you're designing for this, it's not human, it's like this chibi style body. So the normal rules of fashion don't necessarily apply always.
Totally. Right. Exactly.
So you can get away with like having this like really like Lolita style silhouette.
That's what I've noticed a lot, is a lot of Lolita style things. Like you said, just because you're already kind of this cute cartoonish character, so you might as well make really pink and girly things if you want, or even childish things that you can't really wear anymore as an adult.
Yeah, exactly. Are you gonna tell me who this Orange Cassidy fellow or Miss is?
Oh my God. I'm so excited to tell you about Orange Cassidy. He is a pro wrestler who wears all denim all the time. And his gimmick is like your character basically in wrestling. His gimmick is that he will not take anything seriously. So other people will do these like insane jumps or like run the ropes real fast or hit really hard. And he'll just put his hands in his pockets and just kind of barely kick you. Or he'll like slowly fall over the ropes into some guys. And it's a very silly gimmick, but everybody loves it. So his whole deal is that he wears completely a jean jacket, jean pants, and then like a shirt that's usually has him on it. And like many versions of him, like it'll be him holding a picture of him, holding a picture of him, holding a picture of him or something.
Right.
And so I was just very excited to see someone make a Orange Cassidy costume in Animal Crossing, and it looks pretty much what he wears. It's almost like verbatim.
It is pretty amazing how they were able to actually get the picture of him on his shirt.
Yes, exactly. Like if you look at his Twitter picture and then look at the picture of the Animal Crossing fashion, you can see that it lines up almost perfectly. Like they did such a good job at that. And it looks like there's layers, kind of. Yeah, it kind of looks like there's layers. Just enough that it works.
Yeah, that's the cool thing is like in order to create different necklines, it seems like you have to use actual like flesh color to match your character to like fill in the spots, which I think is so cool because like maybe people don't realize that it's like that's the work that goes into creating that style.
Exactly. Yeah. And so it's very cool that they managed to pull that off and make it look good. I love it.
One of the ones that we both kind of like zeroed in on that we both didn't want to admit that we zeroed in on is this like very dramatic like BDSM style dress.
I saw this last night. Like at 10 after playing Animal Crossing and searching my Twitter, and I'm like, no, I can't link this one. Alex is gonna think I'm a freak.
And it's like, yeah, like this is the first place we're gonna be judging this. We're the pro sexy outfits, no matter what. Maybe no matter what game, but like the cleavage is there. They put that into the game, right? Or is that something that like...
No, I think this is someone drawing on cleavage. I think the model is a full-sized dress. And the person detailed in the boobies.
That is
what I think
amazing.
Happened.
Dear Lord.
My favorite part of this whole outfit, though, is definitely the thong. I love the thong. The thong is what made it for me. You can just see the little, it's amazing.
It's got the little hooks and everything. And it's got like actual pasties.
Oh my gosh.
Incredible.
Oh my goodness.
But that's just creative. I'm sorry. Like at that point, you have to respect the game.
You gotta respect it. I mean, who puts that kind of time into drawing boobies? I love it. That's great. Put time into drawing boobies.
Make them right. Do it right or don't do it at all.
Right. It would be worse is if we looked at this and we're like, we can't see the boobies. Where are the boobies at?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. And this is just probably only the beginning. This is like, we're talking like, This is like the first few days of fashion. I think like, by the time this episode comes out, there's gonna be
some Princess Leia.
There's gonna be
bikinis.
Yeah, that's basically what it's gonna be.
we're gonna see metal bikinis by like tomorrow.
It's gonna be like literally Dead or Alive Extreme, the island.
People are all gonna dress up in like bikinis and go play volleyball on someone's island is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it'll happen. I wanted to also highlight all the amazing kimonos that people are making in the game and various other styles of Japanese attire, Korean attire. Like I've seen some hanboks too.
I love how they got the bows just in the perfect position. Like if you've ever the blue one with the yellow sash, she's got the bows on the side just exactly where they need to go. And that must have taken a little bit of work to figure out how to like center that correctly.
Yeah, because you look at the pattern and it's not evident how exactly you would place that. You'd have to be very familiar with it. It's absolutely insane.
I love it. I love the firework aspect to it. It's very summery. I think it's so pretty. I would wear that. I would want to wear that.
All right, steal the look. Steal that look. It's yours. You don't even have to pay for it. It's like literal like, or do you have to pay for it?
No, you just download the code. Yeah.
So it's like a very subversive system in an otherwise like kind of capitalist world.
I know.
Where the fashion is freely traded.
Animal Crossing is a weird one because like everyone complains about Tom Nook and the loans and stuff like that, and that's fair. But also, there's no interest on the loans, and you don't have to pay them off like on a certain time. So it's like everything is like this mix of like capitalism and like being nice and sharing things. It's like I don't know how they pull it off, but Animal Crossing is magic.
What's up with this one that you sent? And it's two ladies, and they're looking kind of deadly. Is that a reference to something?
I don't think so, but this is, for me, whenever I see ladies that are in love, this is my favorite trope, where one of them is goth and the other one is like science bubblegum based. Like that is like my favorite trope. And so when I saw this picture, I was like, oh, that's my favorite lady pairing. I must put it in there. What I really love is the one wearing the Lolita like maid dress. She just looks so hardcore. Like she's ready to just fight. And then her friend is like, she's kind of like science-y. You get the sense that maybe she survived a couple zombie apocalypses and she's like very knowledgeable on how to survive. And like these two together, they can make the world go round. They will survive anything together with love and maybe friendship. Who knows?
You have, like, drawn me in to this story now. And, like, I don't even know if the actual creator intended for that to be the story. But,
right.
But I think you bring up a really good point in that, like, we've so far just focused on individual designs of particular clothing. But in this situation, it really shows you how far you can go with just an overall character design and how you're able to just, like, bring that out in this very simple, like, chibi style. Like, it totally works, and I totally believe you. Like, of course, pink-haired lady's been through apocalypse. She's got a Band-Aid on her face. She's got torn-up jeans, but her hair's pink, and she's got a bow, so you know she cares a little bit about, like, what's going on and whatnot.
She's quirky, but she's also hard. Like, she will go at you. But she's also got this friend who's definitely a killer, and could protect her through hordes and hordes of zombies or any other apocalyptic thing that is happening. And so she can do her science stuff or her surviving stuff. And her friend's like, I'm going to go get those for you. It's all good. And this is a story that my brain created in 5 seconds by just looking at this fashion. And that's how powerful fashion is.
It really is. And I know I was complaining about Newsboy caps in my last episode and how I think they suck. But this is actually like one of the very few times where I think it actually works.
It totally works because I think it's the sunglasses that really pull the whole outfit together. I think that if it didn't have the sunglasses, you wouldn't be crazy about the newsboy cap.
Right.
It's kind of a beret. It's kind of more a beret, I'm going to say, than a newsboy cap.
Yeah, that's true. It's
more
that
of a
poofy... Beret. Well, yeah. Good point. But it's
and
also that idea that if you're going to do that hat, you have to have an outfit that goes with it.
Well, yeah. And also, if it was just the beret and the maid outfit, then it'd be too like soft and kind of boring. The fact that she added these like meme deal with it glasses, like brings it to the next level. And now you're like, oh, I get this character now. Like she's wearing the deal with it glasses. Like she's got her own thing. She's a badass, and she still like wears this cute little outfit. It works for me.
I love it. I actually love it. We want to talk about the jacket.
It's very strange. And when I went to Japan, I didn't see a lot of people wearing these kind of jackets. I've only seen them sold to foreigners. And so I surmise that like not only the origin story is true, but it still reads true today that when you go to Japan, like you buy one of these satin like bomber jackets because they're sold directly to you. But I don't know. I still think they're cool. And actually, there was a fashion trend last year where women would wear exactly the same kind of fabric and style, but it would have flowers on them instead of a cool dragon. And it was a total, like, really popular thing in America.
Yeah, I actually have one with no design because I was like, I love it, but to me, it's like once you put that design on, it's like a little too much. But it's like,
agreed.
Like that's just my personal taste, but this is like such an iconic like gangster jacket that you see in movies.
Yeah.
And I love how like even something as sharp as that, and again, you get a satin texture because of the way they've designed the Animal Crossing. Like you can see how like it's a little, the patches of dark and light give you that satin texture. It's like genius, right?
Totally. And it actually, you can use that same texture to make something look fluffy. It's just really about what the coloring you're using and what the shading you're using. So it's kind of like this fun optical illusion thing.
Yeah, I love it. I'm just like, I can't get enough.
I also included the Nylon Vintage one. That's the next one, just because it reminds me of my childhood. I used to live in San Francisco. I grew up in San Francisco, and we used to go sailing and do a lot of ocean kind of sports. And my grandpa and my dad used to wear jackets like this all the time. So I have like a nostalgic love for them.
Oh, me too. Like I honestly, I had this thing a few years ago where I was trying to find these like old ski jackets in that style, because I'm like, I would wear it. And I couldn't find them, and it was a real big bummer. So yeah, it's also cool to see like retro clothing coming in. Like
the Windcrusher one, the first one, my grandpa has that jacket, or he did have that jacket, and I have a picture of him wearing almost exactly the same coloring, same style.
Oh, like, that's amazing.
It's really exciting for me. Yeah.
Really, the highlight, I think, of all the fashion is this awesome hat you showed me.
Listen, Animal Crossing is about fishing, and I think it would be important for us to have a hat that says, "Women want me, fish fear me." That's the kind of hat that I want in real life, but also mostly in Animal Crossing.
Is that how you pick up girls? And is that something you can do in Animal Crossing? You can like date the villagers?
Yeah. Listen, you can open up your island for visitors to come by, and then they just come on in, and you just wear that hat. And then you have an internet girlfriend.
And they know they know exactly what's up. You know you're going to be bringing home the fish every night.
Yes. Yes. You know that you're with a winner if you're wearing that hat, is all I'm saying.
Well, I will have to say overall, amazing job, Animal Crossing community. Follow these designers. Give them like attention for this work they've done. And maybe like download some of them and try them yourself. Or, even better, show us some other fashions that maybe you've created. I want to see that.
Like, me too.
And, like, design stuff.
Yes.